Thanks for returning for part 3 of Solidworks fillets, where we're going to cover a little bit more on fillet cross sections and other advanced settings. Within individual fillets, there are also some parameters that you can set. You can set a symmetric or an asymmetric fillet. What that means is that, say, this edge, you have 2 millimeters on one side and 5 on the other. So you're going to get a fillet that looks like this. Shorter on one side than the other. Another option is the profile, and you can have a circular, a conic row, or a conic radius. These are just two different ways of figuring a conic fillet. And the conic essentially it's a non-circular radius. If we take a look at how this works, if you set this radius very small, see, it's taking up the same width, but it's either making it a sharper or a duller fillet in the same width. So it's not a circular or arc-based fillet. It's based on the conic. And if you've ever played with the conic sketch entity in SolidWorks, you know roughly how that exists. You can control that either through a radius value, which is not a real radius, it's, say, an equivalent radius, or a row value, which is how you specify a conic sketch entity. The other type is a curvature continuous fillet, and this is more meaningful on a model with more curvature. Obviously, if you're filleting between two flat faces, then it just blends more evenly between the faces on either side of the fillet, so it matches the curvature. These fillets tend to be better looking, but they're also more expensive to create, especially if you have to machine them. The next type of fillet we're going to talk about has a couple of options, and these options are found down in the fillet options settings, the last two. Well, the last three, really. Default, keep edge, and keep surface. Here's what it means in a nutshell. If I create a large fillet on this corner, and it runs into this face in such a way that it has to do something at this corner, it can either extend this face, the lower face, up, or it can keep that edge, and then what it actually winds up doing is decreasing the radius of the fillet for this section of. Let's take a look at how that works instead of just talking about it. The default turns out to be the keep surface option, and let's see what that looks like when we create this fillet. Notice that this corner raises this face up so that it meets the other face at this edge. Keep in mind how this looks, because we're going to change it. Instead of keeping the face by extending it, we're going to keep the edge and extend the edge. So we'll go back and edit the feature, roll down to the end, and say keep edge. And you can see what it's doing here immediately. So it's kept the straight edge, but you can see that this section of the fillet is working differently. And actually what's happening is that it's decreasing the radius of the fillet in this section, and that is being driven by this edge. So that's how the keep edge versus keep face option works. Now I've got a couple of other scenarios for you. We'll create a fillet again, and this time we're going to fillet this edge and this edge. We're not going to worry about the hole for now, but we'll roll down the settings and we'll click on round corners. Now notice what happens here at the corner. It's as if we had a ball end cutter, and when it got to the corner, the ball end cutter just rolled around the corner instead of going straight with this line, overshooting it a little and coming back and going straight with this line. The difference there between round corners and not round corners is this. And that's for when you have concave fillets that meet at a corner. Okay. The second thing I want to show you here is keep features. In this case, we've got this hole. And if we fillet over it, the hole could go away, but we have this keep features turned on, and so it will stay. If we turn off keep features and we try to do we get an error. Okay, let's just to read what the error is. It failed to create the fillet, and the reason for that is that this is a through hole. If we change this to a blind hole, then it has some sort of a backing on it, and it's got an end surface. So now we create the fillet again, selecting these two edges, or even just that one edge. Roll it down. We've got keep features turned on, and if we turn off keep features, the hole goes away, okay? So when you have an imported part, and the imported part has a lot of junk along a corner, you can turn off the keep features function and just treat that corner like you got a thumbful of Bondo, and you're just smoothing everything right over. Or, if you want to, you can keep the features and keep any sort of junk that will extend up past the face of the fillet. Partial edge parameters. We can turn this on and go over to an edge like this one. Your start condition, in this case, the start end is purple. That would be down here. And the end condition is green, and that would be right here. There are several options for this. None, which is what we're doing right now. Distance offset, percentage offset, and a reference offset. Let's use the distance offset and show what this function does. You can grab the point and drag it, and you can do this from both ends. And this allows you to get a partial edge fillet. Very interesting function, something that you'll need from time to time, something that I've often wished I had before they added this to the software. This takes care of all of the functions that are available with simple fillets, and the rest of the videos from now on will be more complex type fillets, including variable radius fillets, face fillets, full round fillets. There are such things as hold line fillets, setback fillets, and other functions. Thanks for watching.